So this is issue 4 of Boom Comics Power Rangers, and oh my god, I did not think that this would get better. So let's jump straight into the comic. So this comic is one of the best so far. I'm going to probably say this now. Next week's probably going to be even better, and I really can't wait for it. And we see the Dragonzord really going on a rampage and just destroying everything, with Tommy staying back and not being able to kind of go into battle because Jason said, look, you know, it's recommended stay here until we sort this out. And we see that Tommy doesn't really like this. The Rangers then are morphed, that they're going in and they kind of stop the Dragonzord to some degree. It's being chained up, it's being slowed down. Rita creates monsters, and this just really turns into a huge fight. And this is action-packed from the, like, when you turn the page to read it, it's really action-packed and it's completely different. I like this. I would have loved to have seen this on the actual TV show. One of the really good things about this is the fact that the Zords are being used individually. It's not a Megazord straight away, and this, again, we've seen this kind of briefly in Power Rangers and probably saw it more in Zyuranger, but this to me was something a lot different. This was exciting. Through all the issues, we've seen Tommy have Rita in his head talking, and Tommy realizes that it's not actually Rita, it's just a figment of his imagination. He's kind of confused, and he's like, look, I really don't need this, you know, this is my fear, this is my anxiety, and it's manifesting into something. And I really like the fact that they tackled this. It would have been cool again if they did it in Power Rangers, but this shows that they decided to go one step further, put something in that would be relatable after you've done so much bad to the world. I kind of agree and disagree what Tommy's going to do. Tommy has been given an order by Jason saying, look, stay here, we are trying to sort this, we will fix this, don't worry, you stay here. But Tommy then turns around and says, look, no, you know, he's conquered this fear, he's got rid of the hallucination, and he's saying, like, you know, I don't care, I'm going to try and help. So you can see that he's really happy, that, you know, he wants to help. But again, Zordon says, look, Jason gave you direct order to stay. And again, Tommy just disobeys it. Again, I kind of see this happening quite a lot. We can see that there's going to be tons of stuff going on, and this could be a major big, like, break in the chain for their friendship, their kind of roles of Rangers and Jason being a leader. With Tommy morphed and landing on the Dragonzord's head, trying to play the flute and say, you know, try and control him. You know, Scorpion's like, no, 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 whap him off, and bam, he falls down. Kimberly catches him, and Jason's like, hang on a minute, Tommy, don't. So this kind of puts more into perspective of Tommy kind of hindering the team to some degree, and really just disobeying and not thinking about his safety as well as others. The Megazord's now going to be formed. Tommy bursts through the Dragonzord's eye and attacks Scorpina, and you kind of think, oh, why was this never on the show? But I like this. This shows that Tommy just wanted to do it and try and stop it. The only way how, because he couldn't get inside it, so bam, straight through the window, and then straight to attacking Scorpina. Megazord's now fighting the monsters that came down earlier. Scorpina is being attacked, and the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Dragon Dagger has been destroyed, and Scorpina's like, no! All the way through. The next part is really interesting because Jason's saying, like, I gave you an order, you know, can't you follow through? Tommy steps away, he turns his back, and Zack, I think, gets really annoyed, and he steps up and says, look, Jason's talking to you. And you'd find that quite rude if someone was talking and they suddenly turned their back on you. You'd be like, hang on a minute, you know, we're having a discussion, we're having a conversation, so why are you doing this? So this last point, you have the chaos energy of the green. Again, this might be just tapped into how much bad, like, stuff's happening. I can't think of the words. And Zack's getting really annoyed, and you can see Tommy going, like, back off, you know, how dare you? And you kind of think that, like, why would you have this on your team? Why would you have a person that's being like this all the time? With Tommy's emotions going crazy, going higher and higher, because I don't think he knows how to play with the others. I don't think he knows what to do straight away. And this part was cool because Jason's like, you know, I can take you down, and Tommy's like, no, you can't. I can do this without my powers. And Jason goes like, oh, I didn't remember this being differently. And this sparks the energy to create something different. And Scorpina is kind of like giggling and laughing or smirking. Because the crystal is full, it's kind of going to bring stuff in. Scorpina originally said in the previous one that there's going to be an Armageddon coming, and this is mainly what happens. The Rangers stick their helmets on, the energy's going crazy, and suddenly something smashes the command center. Tommy thinks he's hallucinating, but he's not. You have the destruction in the command center, you have this massive damage to it, and you think, oh my god, wow, you don't need a power coin to enter, you could walk into the hole. And then suddenly you have this giant monster that just comes down to normal size, and he's like, oh, I've been waiting to battle you guys, I've been waiting to see you, and you kind of think, oh god, what's going to happen? With all of this story is interesting. It's a different arc, and I'm really enjoying it. I think that this is going to be one of the strongest like Power Ranger comics I've seen for a very long time, and the whole story is just different and unique. One thing is, like, Tommy, it just feels like Tommy is being a dick through this whole thing. He's being told to do stuff, but he's not listening. He's saying, you know, people are trying to give him help, and he's rejecting that straight away. Now, I know that he is a new member of the team. He's gone through something really big, but right now he needs his friends, and his friends need to kind of help him through it. And when they do, he just says, no, I don't need your help. I don't need any of you. And he wants to kind of go along. I see him as a really loose cannon. I do think in the next few issues that we will see a little bit of downtime. I think that when this monster comes along, he'll rescue Scorpina. Again, they didn't put Scorpina anywhere, but just kept her on the chair tied up. And you think you'd be like, done. And she'd just break it really easily. So coming into this next thing is that I think that we're going to see this huge fight. It's going to happen for some time, and then in the next couple of issues it'll kind of wind down. Tommy will realise, but I think that he needs to listen. He can't go it alone. If he does, then I think he could just walk away, and that I could also see happening. I think that none of the Rangers will trust him because he's just so hot-headed and he can't control his temper. And to be honest, I think that's a really bad trait. The canon universe Tommy controlled his temper to some degree, where now comic book Tommy doesn't and isn't. And to me, it's a good story. I really hope that it leads with a strong issue for the next one, and I can see the Zords being destroyed. I can see a lot of stuff happening, and I can't wait to read it. There we go, Rangers. There is my kind of like review-ish thought about the new issue of Power Rangers from Boom Studios. So what did you think? Did you like it? Did you not? Let me know down below in the comments, and if you've liked this video, like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Check out Yada Games, all that lovely goodness, and as always, Rangers, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.